Hey there. Are you wondering how you can email your list, your blog post every day without having to manually type something out? You just want your blog post published, you want it sent out automatically to your list. Well, what if I told you there's a really simple way to set that up with your GetResponse account, and you can basically have it email your list as soon as you hit the publish button on your blog. Basically, all you have to do is write your blog post, hit publish, and an email goes out to your entire list or whoever you want on your list to see your blog post. Well, I'm going to show you how to set that up with GetResponse. And so I'm just going to dive into it real quick. There's not a whole lot of steps you got to take on this. So what you want to do is you want to come down here to messages and create RSS to email. Now what you want to do is, if you have a blog or a domain here, so like mine is inspireforlife.info, you're going to also just put a /feed. This is all you need right here, and you're going to see some content here. I'm not for sure if this is the same as the XML code. I don't think it is. It may or may not be. Let me see here. I think you just do feed. So this is all you need to do. You just need to grab your domain /feed, copy that, and you're going to put that into here. Now there should be a little green check box, green check mark that shows up, which means it's good to go. Frequency. This is something that is totally up to you, right? So you can have this send out an email every time you publish a new blog post, which is what I like to do. Or if you want an email to go out daily with, like, say, your top or your most recent 2 or 3 blog posts, you could do it like this and say, all right, I want it to go out at 7 a.m. every day. I want it to be recent blog posts. And there's a lot of other criteria here you can choose. You could say the last 3 blog posts I did, I want these to get emailed out to my list every day. Now, this is kind of up to your own discretion what you want to do. And you can test this out. If it gets people to open your emails more frequently, maybe do this. But let's say you don't really write that many blog posts, and so you might get the same blog post in front of people multiple times. Like, let's say I were to write 3. Let's say I wrote a blog post the past 3 days, and I wanted my most recent 3 to go out, but then I don't write another blog post till next weekend, till like 5 or 6 days from now. Well, what it'll do is it'll just keep sending the most recent 3 that I did all week long up until then, when I publish a new one. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do. I like to do every time a new RSS article is posted. This may not make it get to your recipient's email inbox at an ideal time, because sometimes you might be late. You might be up late at night doing a blog and publishing it. But the cool thing about that is you can actually take care of when it goes out in the scheduling of when your blog post gets published. So you can take care of it there. So then once it's on that timer to get published, like let's say you're in your blog and you're writing it and you don't want it to get published until sometime in the future. Maybe you're up late at night tonight and you want it published at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, you could take care of that setting in your blog itself, in your blog post itself. And then here you could just say, okay, every time a new RSS article is posted, it's going to grab that article and it's going to send it to your list. And so I want to kind of show you what it's going to do when you do it. You don't really need to concern yourself with the message name here. This is just for your own records of what you're doing. RSS title. You definitely want to change this, because otherwise it'll basically put the same title on all your emails that go out, and people are just going to be like, okay, what's it going to do? So it might come here and grab this, or I think it'll actually grab a blog with tips and tools for your biz is what it'll grab for, in my case. So what you want to do here is you want to change this to RSS item title. Actually, we'll delete all this and then we'll choose it. RSS item title. This right here is going to grab the blog post title. Like for instance, this one here, how to link your GetResponse account with InstaBuilder. It'll actually grab this title and make that the subject line of your email. So that's pretty cool, right? So we want that in there. Choose the email you want it to come from. Pretty simple stuff. I just leave this on, the track, click through on, leave that off. If you want it to also share on Twitter every time you publish a blog post, really easy. Enter your Twitter handle in here, and I think you just go to add account, and you'll have to enter probably your username and password and authorize it and all that. I'm not going to really go through that. It's pretty self-explanatory. But when you send out your whenever you publish a blog, it'll tweet it out. So it could tweet out the link to it, and maybe you might want to put some hashtags like blog and inspiration or something, right? Or maybe since a lot of my blog posts are like how to or whatever, you could put home biz, whatever. Then you just go to next step here. And the Facebook and Twitter are optional. You can do it or not do it. It doesn't matter. It's all up to you what you want to do. I like to use this Modern Red template, which is on the next step here. You can play with any of these really, but this Modern Red one has been a good one for me to use. So I like to use it. It's going to populate it with kind of some preview stuff. If you have a logo you want in here, use it, but if not, just get rid of it. I don't really need this timestamp because the timestamp is down here as well, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. Whatever you do, do not delete this part that it puts in. Right now it's just grabbing my most recent post, just for the sake of setting this up. It's cool. All you have to do is just leave this alone. Don't even do anything with it. Down here, if you don't like this stuff, you can get rid of it, delete it. And then after that, I like to put a picture down at the bottom. And then I also like to put another text block below the image. So in the image, I can come in here to my images and pick an image of myself like this one. And then if I want to shrink that down, I can make adjustments as necessary here. There's some extra space right there I don't really need in there. And then I can just type out my info here. I'm actually going to see what this font is, Arial 16, so I'll match that font here. And then here's what else you can do. You can say Facebook, Aaron Martinez 82, and then if I want to link that to my actual Facebook account, I can just come in here and say http://facebook.com/Aaron Martinez 82. We're good there. I can put my Skype info. And then if I want to say let's see, PS, learn how to work with me here. Then I can put a link in here to whatever website I want. You know, like if I want them to go to a page that you know, maybe I want to give them some free training or something, or just get them on a list. And this is actually a list where I, if you do opt into it, I just typed it out there, inspireforlife.info/free training. I do a 7-day free training series where I teach you kind of how to get started with an online business, or maybe like the essential elements that you need for your online business. And maybe you're stuck, maybe you need some new ideas. That is definitely a place to go. And so I put that in here. So basically all you do after this is you go to the next step, of course, and you choose the recipients that you want. So some of these I don't really need, and you can include the people you want, exclude the people you don't want. I don't see any need to go in, and I'll just go ahead and click these, since just to make sure. This is kind of just a confirmation that it will not send to any of the people on these other lists. I'll click on next step. And after that, you can actually preview what this is going to look like. I already did a preview earlier because it takes a little bit of time to load, but here's what it's going to look like for somebody in AOL. Like I could even choose Gmail and see what it looks like, okay? So in somebody's Gmail inbox, it's going to say Aaron Martinez Home Biz Tips. And usually it's just going to have one link here. For some reason, this is previewing it as if it's sending multiple ones at the same time. But really, it's a good thing to just kind of preview. You see what it looks like. You can actually subscribe to your own list and test it out, and write a blog post, see if you get an email about it when you hit publish. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, that's all you got to do. And then you would click on save. After that, you've got this whole thing set up. So I'm not going to do that because I already have one set up. So the way you go and review what you set up is you go manage RSS to email. And here I'm just going to click on, I could click on view if I want. So this is what's going to go out to my email list. As soon as I publish a blog post, it's going to send out to them. And it's going to look like this, and it's going to, it'll be pretty cool. So really, really easy way to get value out to your list without having to take a whole lot of other extra steps. I know before I discovered this, I was actually emailing out my list, typing up a manual email, and, doing all this stuff, and it just eats up more of your day when you can be doing other productive things. And so as you can see here, it puts everything in a nice, neat format. And then when you click on the link here, read more, it gives you kind of an excerpt of your blog. So again, this is something to think about when you're writing your blog post. Your introductory paragraph there, you want to make it something that's going to be, you want to do this anyway, you want to make it something that's going to be an attention grabber. And then that way when it gets emailed out to your list, all you have to do, they're going to get an email from you, and they're going to click on read more. Watch what happens after this. It takes them directly to your blog post. Now that's pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. And I love the fact that there's capabilities out there to do this. And I'm pretty sure you can do this with just about any autoresponder out there, like Aweber, for instance. I don't currently use Aweber, so I use GetResponse, and that's basically why I'm laying this out for GetResponse, is because a lot of people I know also use GetResponse, and I was asked to explain how to do this, so I thought I would put this little video together for you so that you can get started on it, set it and forget it, and focus on your content itself, which is the whole point. You want to deliver value to people. So with that being said, I hope you got a lot out of this. If you have any questions whatsoever, get a hold of me. The one way to really do that is to subscribe to my list, and to go in and rewatch this video if you want to know how to connect with me on Facebook, on Skype, or if you're wondering how to work with me, get a hold of me. So anyway, I hope that that makes things clear for you. So have a fantastic day, and I will catch you on the next video. Thank you so much.